We were actually in Prince William here about 2-4 weeks ago, yeah.
This here just typifies what the club is all about. And what are the next steps for the men's club as well then? So obviously you were about mid-table last season, but it was a bit stop-start with COVID. What's the next steps?
Is to be more competitive again and to win the league.
Welcome to a video about a club who have won the Lowland League, Scotland's 5th tier, twice in the last 7 or 8 years, but have never been promoted. They are an unbelievably well-run club with an amazing charity arm as well. And yeah, welcome to the home of the Spartans FC, also the home of Edinburgh City as well. But look at this, I'm now on the pitch, and yeah, it's totally open to people, although I am here to chat to people from the club. It's such a welcoming club. They're open to the community at basically all times, I guess, except when there's a match on. I'm going to chat to the chairman in a minute. I'm going to chat to the first team manager in a minute, and yeah, maybe a few other people around the club as well. An unbelievable club. I can't get this across enough how well run this club are. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. Remember to hit that like button, remember to subscribe, and yeah, hope you enjoy a few of these shots. Thank you so much for showing me around. If you could just firstly explain a little bit about who you are and what you do here at Spartans.
I'm Craig. I'm the chairman of the football club and of the charity, and I'm in a hugely privileged position to have so many people involved in the club.
It's amazing, yeah, and we've just been having a look around. It's a brilliant facility here, and you do a lot for charity as well.
We do. That's right. The structure has got the football club on one side, the adult section and the youth section, and they are in essence the anchor tenants of the charity on the whole site here. And you can see today we've got some community coaching that's run on the faraway side here. We're just at the side here of where one of our para-disability teams is playing as well, so we've got that, and then later on we've rented the pitch out to the Scotland Women's under-17s who are going to play a game.
Yep, and I know you're obviously you're very modest and you do some brilliant work, and you've got an MBE as well. You must be very proud of all the achievements you've had personally for your charity work.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I think you get the MBE and you get obviously the plaudits that go with it. You feel very guilty, because it's actually there have been.
You don't do it for that, I suppose.
There are tens of people who have contributed to it, but for some reason I got the trip to Buckingham Palace. We were actually in Prince William here about 2-4 weeks ago. Yeah, part of the mental health promotion work that he does, and there was a number of people on the pitch, and then he did some stuff inside. So
yeah, oh, amazing.
We're very lucky.
Brilliant. And how hard has it been for the club in general, just throughout like the pandemic and stuff?
Yeah, I think it's supporters and players who have found it. You know, they both found it tough. You know, a lot of our supporters, this is their anchor. You know, some of them even come down and watch training, and that's obviously been taken for them. And there's a number we've had to follow up with, and we've done a series of programs around provide friendship groups and so on and so forth. And similarly, you know, the players, because you know, part of their life has been training 2 nights a week, doing some other stuff on their own, whether it's watching the video footage or whatever, and then the match day on the Saturday. Yeah. So it's been tough, but it's been tough for everyone during the pandemic, and we're just great that we're on our way back now.
Yeah, amazing. And although the Euros is on at the moment, and I've been like taking all that in and stuff, I myself as a fan have felt kind of disenfranchised with big football lately over the past year, with teams trying to furlough their players, these Premier League teams trying to furlough players, and the Super League and stuff like that. Why would it be important for a club like Spartans to see more people attending games next season?
Well, I think it's you can get to know the players, you can get to know the other supporters, so it's probably just that bit easier to feel as though you're part of something, as opposed to maybe just, you know, being a very small cog in a big wheel. And that's what we pride ourselves in here, whether it's, you know, going into the cafe at half time and just meeting people serving you, and meeting people around there, and catching up on what's been happening last week, and your thoughts on that first half, whether we've played well, badly, or in between.
Absolutely. So we're here now by the Spartans main stand. You were just also explaining how over the other side there, you're also expanding the stadium as well?
We are, that's right, yeah. So we've actually got planning to put a stand the full length of that side, but one step at a time. So you can see just now, COVID has got in the way of our construction, but we're that way there. So the stand will look very similar to this. I think there's going to be about just under 200 seats. So it's just part of, you know, developing the club, developing the facilities, giving, you know, a different angle. There's no cover over there, so there'll be a cover going on that stand when we're finished, and gives the fans just that different vantage point. Some of our fans love being beside the dugouts.
Yeah.
To take part in the banter.
Yeah.
So
give the players some stick or praise, depending on how they're playing.
Right. And the coaches as well engage. And indeed, that's the side the linesman runs up and down as well.
Yeah.
So he'll get a bit more.
a bit more stick next season as well.
At this side. So yeah, and then we're building a good camera tower because video analysis, even at our level of football, is so critical. And we also host some higher profile age group international games. So again,
that's it. Yeah, you were saying there's flagpoles over there as well, which is probably the first for me at a Lowland League stadium, is flagpoles for international football.
That's right. Yeah, you don't often get that.
No, absolutely. Right, I'm going to come and sit in the newly built dugouts here. These are new dugouts, apparently. There's always stuff going on. There's people in that van over there, in that van over there, working on the stadium, which is amazing to see. And the amount of people that are just here to play in the ground, using it for the community, unreal. Absolutely brilliant stuff. And just then, when I was chatting to Craig, the chairman, he was touching on how much it would mean for the club to have fans here, and it's going to be so easy next season to buy tickets at this level for clubs like Spartans with Fanbase, today's sponsor. They are the first link in the description box below. Download the app and you can go ground hopping at all these places that I love to come to. I know there's so many people out there who always say they want to come and see these places. There is no better way to buy tickets than with Fanbase. You get digital ticketing, so easy, straight on your phone, and they do everything safely. Like, they sort the numbers out for all the COVID, it's contactless, everything like that. And yeah, the stuff that they do for clubs like this. I was just chatting to Craig off camera. He was also saying how hard it would be for a club like this to set all that stuff up themselves. So the technology that Fanbase have brought in is really helping these clubs out massively, and you can help them out by buying tickets and coming to games like this. It's really not expensive, and it means the world to them to have more fans coming in and watching this level of football. And I've been promoting this level of football for a long time, and I think it's brilliant. The Lowland League is so entertaining. There's no VAR, there's no soft tackles, it's really hard, it's good passing play as well. Look, this is a 3G pitch, so they can play some good football on here. But saying that, it's not just boring tick-a-tacker, they also knock it long, and it makes for interesting goal line scrambles. Some really good teams in this league, and it's being opened up all the time. And Spartans have a women's team as well. They were one of the first teams coming out of the pandemic to have fans back, and so yeah, Scottish football has a lot to thank Spartans for, in that they were, you know, one of the first to have fans back in for one of the ladies' games here as well, who are a Premier League team as well. So it doesn't get much better than that. So yeah, if you want to come and watch a game here, and you might not be able to sit in the dugout, sorry about that, but yeah, if you want to come and watch a game and sit in that lovely little stand over there on a nice sunny day like this, then go check out Fanbase. All their information is below. Give them a follow on Twitter as well, and yeah, they'll always be updating when tickets are coming out and new clubs are coming on as well. So yeah, go and check them out. It'd mean the world to me. Thank you very much. So for this next part of the video, I'll be doing a quick voiceover, as the Scotland under-17s women's staff were having a meeting in the room that this was in, so I didn't want to interrupt them with all my rambling next to all these amazing pieces of memorabilia that have been donated to the club by Gordon Strachan. Gordon Strachan is friends with Craig, the chairman who we just spoke to, and some of the things that he's donated to the club are absolutely unbelievable. From Super Cup winning medals to the UEFA Cup Winners' Cup winning medal that he won at his time with Aberdeen when Sir Alex Ferguson was his manager. They beat Real Madrid in the final, of course. FA Cup winners medals, English First Division winners medal with Leeds. He's also donated a few of his kits. Match-worn shirt from the match where Aberdeen beat Real Madrid in the final of the UEFA Cup Winners' Cup. How amazing is that? As well as some international shirts as well. Unbelievable that he's donated this stuff to the club, and just so amazing to see he even got a medal for his time with Scotland for reaching 50 caps. So yeah, absolutely unbelievable. Some amazing memorabilia that I was just so happy to see.
I'm Sammy, and I'm the head coach of the men's first team at Spartans, but I also work for the charitable arm of the football club. So my day job is I'm the Chief Executive of the Spartans Community Football Academy. Brilliant,
and yeah, I've just been chatting to Craig about all the great work that the club does in the community, and it's brilliant to see, and it's a great stadium as well and stuff like that. Just before we delve into a little bit more about the team kind of this season and next season and stuff, the Spartans men's team won the Lowland League twice in the past 7 or 8 seasons, but have never gone up.
Yep, that's right.
Do you think they've been a victim of the kind of closed off pyramid system, the strict system that's up here in Scotland?
I think we've been a victim of coming up against a good side in Cove.
Yeah.
You know, they've certainly done very well since they progressed into the leagues, but yeah, I would like to see a system that's a bit more fluid, but it is what it is. You know, we waited a long time for the pyramid to open up, so I'm grateful that it's here, but hopefully in years to come it'll be a little bit more balanced, I think, and weighted towards the sides that are not in the league just now.
I hope so too as well, and I'm a huge fan of the Lowland League. I think it's really exciting.
Thank you.
The games are brilliant. What do you think, why do you think it's so exciting to watch?
Because I think it's a league that's made up of ambitious clubs. You know, there's a desire there to progress and to continually improve. It's pretty obvious to anybody who comes through the doors. Mm-hmm. But you've got lots of teams that are, as you say, competing for that one place and one opportunity. So that brings with it a lot of pressure as well.
Yeah, it does.
But I think it brings a lot of excitement too.
From your point of view personally, what got you into football, and who were your heroes growing up? Who did you support, and how many clubs have you been involved with as well?
Oh gosh, that would take a while. I've always kicked the ball. I've always loved football. I grew up in Leith, supported Hibs my whole life. In terms of thinking about, I guess, who my initial sort of football heroes were, they were probably Man United players actually, if I'm honest. But I've played for various clubs, been lucky enough to play semi-professional and play at this level for all my career.
What were some of the clubs you played for?
Well, I played for East Fife in Meadowbank and Livingston, but predominantly I played in sort of like the level we're at just now with Spartans. Mm-hmm. So I played what would be classed as Tier 5, 8 years at Whitehill Welfare, and then I finished my playing career at Spartans.
Amazing, and now you're here, the gaffer.
Yeah.
And what are the next steps for the men's club as well then? So obviously you were about mid-table last season, but it was a bit stop-start with COVID. What's the next steps?
Is to be more competitive again and to win the league. You know, to win the league, to give ourselves an opportunity to win promotion. We're not going to shy away from that ambition or that aspiration, and that's certainly the ultimate goal.
Scott, thank you so much for just answering a few of my questions. You're one of the coaches here for the women's team, is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. I'm one of the assistant head coaches to Debbie McCulloch, who's our manager.
Perfect. And could you just explain your football journey to what took you here as well?
So I actually originally played for Spartans from under 15 up until about under 20s, and then left the club to go study and work at various other football clubs at Hearts and with SFA.
Amazing.
And then back in 2017 arrived back here and joined the women's football coaching staff.
Fantastic. And I've watched a few women's games for my YouTube channel as well. One was a Champions League game, Glasgow City. I found the games to be really exciting up here in Scotland. Why do you think the women's game is such a good product up here?
The game's definitely growing up in Scotland. There's a lot more investment in it and a lot more exposure. So we now have the weekly highlights on Sports Scene, which are actually generating more viewers than the men's.
Oh really?
The men's sports scene now. So there's definitely an appetite for the women's game in Scotland. And it's great to see it growing.
Obviously, the last few seasons have been quite stop-start because of COVID and stuff like that. I think you were mid-table, around mid-table last time.
Yeah, finished 5th last season. In the last year we've done 4 pre-seasons just after each lockdown. So, yeah, it's been difficult, but it's been great to get back on pitch. We've been in a fortunate position that PCR testing's allowed us to get back on pitch.
Amazing.
So now we've been back on pitch on and off, just depending on lockdowns. But
yeah, from a footballing standpoint then, where do you think the club can go?
There's been more investment in the club again, so in the facilities, as you can see throughout your journey here today, are top quality. Both the pitches we have are FIFA approved, and the backing we get from the club is unbelievable. So it's a great place to work, it's a great place to be for football. We're just hoping to keep kicking on and try to get that wee bit closer to the likes of Rangers, Celtic and Glasgow City and Hibs.
And so for you personally then, how does it feel to work for a club that are A, so successful, and they're up of course in the Premier League, and B, like so well ingrained in the community as well?
Look, it's fantastic. My full-time role is with the charity, so working in this community day in, day out is fantastic, and the work we get to do off the pitch really means a lot to everyone that works here. In terms of the backing that the football club give to us, it's second to none. They're more than happy to support us with our own education and things like that, so it's a great opportunity.
There's so much that I could tell you about this club that kind of sums up how nice they are and the good work they do for the community. Like there's kids working over there, the women's national team are starting to come and turn up for training and stuff like that, the under-17s, but like this here just typifies what the club is all about. If a kid turns up without boots, you have to play on this surface in a specific type of boot, because otherwise the surface would not be like, it wouldn't be able to handle the different kind of boots or whatever. It has to be in these, you know, molded studs. If kids turn up and they don't have a pair of boots, then they have these boxes here full of boots for kids to wear, because they don't just want to turn kids away and say no, you can't play. What they do is they have these boots here for for children to come and use if they need them. That's brilliant. They don't turn people away and say you've got to come back with the right footwear. They make it so that people can come and play here even if they don't have something themselves. Absolutely love it, Spartans. Thumbs up for that. And so I hope you've learned a little bit about Spartans today. I'm going to end the video where I started it, on the pitch. Look at this, what a lovely day for it. The Scotland under-17s women are over there. The girls are in the stand over there, as you can see. When I come to these places, I love to touch the goalpost. So here we go. I've been here, I've touched the post, another stadium for me. But yeah, a brilliant club. Remember to check out Fanbase. They're doing some great work with teams like this. And yeah, come and support Spartans if you want to do a bit of ground hopping, because they're an amazing club who do brilliant work in the charity. Craig's got an MBE for his charity work. There's like, yeah, teams on here all the time, from kids to people with disabilities. That is that's a community hub over there for children. They do so much. Look, they've got the Scotland national women's team like training here, the under-17s. There's so much going on, from the men's to the women's who are in the Premier League and the men who are in the Lowland League. So much going on with this club. A brilliant club who it's been an absolute pleasure to film at today. I will leave some videos around my head. Please do click on one. It will help me out. It will help the algorithm. It shows that you like to watch my content. Remember to hit that like button before I go. Just hit the like button for all the amazing charity work that they do here, and please do subscribe as well for more football content. Thank you so much for watching. From me here in the dugout, cheers and goodbye.